Y'all, it's Tom. This is the 1 year update on me keeping my shop. You might have seen one of my best videos ever, which was about why I hate owning an auto repair shop. And the synopsis of that video was I spent a year hating a shop, praying every day for the shop to get sold. The shop was supposed to be sold. Then last November, right before the election, the guy sent me a text message and said, hey, we couldn't get together with the landlord, we're out. Well, since then, we figured out that that wasn't true. The landlord had already told me they were just waiting on his signature. They even had a spot down the road from me, but that's all fine, because what happened that weekend after I spent a day in depression was I changed my prayer from let somebody buy this shop to if this isn't what's supposed to happen, you've got to tell me. I woke up Sunday, I felt a little better. I woke up Monday, my whole outlook changed. So guys, in this next year, we're now mid-November, it's been about a year, we hired a different accountant. She helped me get my shit straight, and all my taxes are filed properly. She's handling all of my Secretary of State, comptroller, payroll, all that good stuff. Before Jeff had left, he helped me find a new mechanic because he'd given his notice. We were selling the shop, so he had another job. New mechanic Josh has been great. He's been here a year now. And then this October, just last month, the shop had the best month it ever had. We did like $43,000, which to you big shop owners is not a big deal. To us, it was a big deal. It was about 25% over our average, maybe 22% over our average. So great month, really encouraging. Social media is on a roll. I've sold wrong business. I've sold transmissions to a fella that was in Fort Worth, Texas, saw my YouTube short, had his car towed from Fort Worth all the way over to me east of Dallas. How many transmission shops did he pass? All because he saw some social media advertising. Then last week, we sold a car. I'm doing a lot of filming for my car lot as well, so I've got car lot on the mind. Anyway, last week, we did a rebuilt transmission for a gentleman from Victoria, Texas, which is down south kind of by Houston or San Antonio. He saw a YouTube short about our video, about the transmissions, and brought his transmission up here. He drove his truck up here, left it here, and we fixed it. So I've really learned that social media is instrumental. And I'm really surprised that we're getting so many off of YouTube. The shop has a separate YouTube account, which basically is a bunch of YouTube shorts. And every short ends with an introductory video basically saying, hey, I'm Tom, would like to do business with you. This is where we're located. This is what we do. These are our values. And it seems to be working. I added up some sales from a couple different families that I know specifically had mentioned seeing one of our videos. And it's about $25,000 worth of revenue, which is, to me, is great. So that's one of the things that happened. Also through this year, my attitude has changed tremendously. I've put much more of a focus on the shop. Before I was totally disengaged. So I don't know if the increased revenue is because I've re-engaged or because I just flipped up more money onto Google advertising or what exactly is going on. Probably a combination of everything. Last year I had shut the Google advertisement off because I was selling. Normally I run about $400 a month with Google for Google AdSense. I've actually increased it now to $500, so I threw another $100 into it. And I'm making sure that I'm never missing the days where we can count where we can advertise our business on our local Facebook pages. And of course, my shop has a Facebook page. We're posting to that regularly, multiple times a day. I set that all up in advance. We're posting on our Google page to show activity on the page at least once a day. And you know what? Things are rolling along. So what's changed or what's improved? So Josh has been here a year. Josh is doing a great job. Josh has been exceeding his guarantee probably 50% of the time, which makes him happy. My transmission builder, we had some bumps in the road last year. He no longer has his son helping him. He's doing the work himself. He's actually moved to a bigger shop where he has more space. And it has slowed my times down just slightly because he's further away from us. So for him to get here is a little bit harder. But what we've done is just been candid with our customers and told them, hey, this is the best case and this is the worst case on our turnaround times. And people have been understanding, and it hasn't caused us to lose any jobs. I did make a standardized price sheet, which I've always known the prices, but I actually put one down in paper in terms of like what model does it affect, what's the price. And I mystery shopped some of my competitors, had my family do it, just to make sure that my prices were in line. I didn't want to be the cheapest guy, and I didn't want to give the product away. So I'm comfortable with my prices. Some of them went up, a few $100s a piece. It made me not embarrassed to state my price when people asked. And it's a standardized printed list now, so that if I'm not here and Josh doesn't know all the units quite as well as I do, he can tell them what it costs. So that's something that's happened. Builder's doing good, Josh is doing good. My headspace, which I think was a lot of my problem, is good. I haven't had those days where I walked in just hate owning a shop. That used to be a daily activity. There's been days I've walked in and decided at the end of the day that maybe it wasn't the best day I've ever had, but it hasn't been terrible. So that being said, things have been going pretty well. Jeff, my old mechanic, who I'm still buddies with, we talk on a regular basis, he was about fed up with his job. At the same time, I mentioned, I think we're gonna hire a second tech. So Jeff actually has come back just a couple weeks ago. So I now have 2 technicians. It's cutting down our wait time on general repairs. It is not cost effective yet. It is eating into my money. We don't quite have enough work for 2 techs, so I'm paying 2 guarantees currently, which, admittedly does make me a little booty tight. But I think it's the right thing to do, and I think if I want to grow the business, the accountant says we're going to have to hire another one to grow. I got a couple of shop owners that I, communicate, mentor with, whatever. They all say, yeah, it's painful for a little while, but it will grow. You can only do what 1 tech can do. So 2 technicians, 2 guarantees. Right now, a little booty tight. November and December are not always great months. One of the things that I always do is I compare myself to what did we do last year on the same month. And we've been exceeding it pretty much every month. And my question is always, man, are we doing good because we're doing good? Or are we doing good because I'm re-engaged and the advertising is turned on? I'm not sure. Last year, the shop actually posted a loss. It did. And honestly, I don't even remember what we did annually right now. I looked at my numbers earlier, but the number that I was looking for was, I had set a goal at the beginning of this year that I wanted to do $350,000 in revenue. I think I'm going to make it. We have about half of November left and December. If we don't make it, we're going to come very close, and I'm happy with that. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to give up. I'm still going to push and plug and try to get every dollar I can and hit that $350,000 goal. And profit-wise, I am now, we've changed our corporate elections. We're now an LLC paying taxes as a C Corp. So I get a W-2 for a nominal salary, something to do with the self-employment tax and tax and dividends instead of wages. The accountants got that figured out. Anyway, that's not what's important. So I have drawn a very, very modest salary and then had tax expense that was not on our P&L last year. I've only taken like $20,000. Now, that being said, our bottom dollar profit for this year so far is like $30,000. So that's really an increase of over $50,000 of revenue to the bottom line, because last year we had a loss. This year, I took money out as a salary, about $20,000, and our profit at the P&L is about $30,000, and the year's not over. Now, I don't look for it to grow a whole lot, because I do have 2 technicians on guarantees going into the slower part of the year. It is what it is, but I'm hoping to grow it. So I don't think my wife watches my videos. She probably hears me talk enough through the day and has the ability to tune me out. But I gotta say that there's 2 reasons, I'll give it 3. there's 3 reasons why things have turned around and why I'm happy and relieved and enjoy coming to work. The first is the prayer, and I'm a Christian. I believe in God. I pray every day. I don't wear that on my sleeve like some people do. I don't tell the world like I guess you're supposed to. But when that prayer changed from let me sell this shop to if this isn't it, you've got to show me, I don't know how else to explain it. I woke up the next day with a whole new mindset, and I have felt great about it pretty much every day since. The second thing is I'm so grateful my wife believes in me, because I have drug her through the shit with this. This whole self-employment thing has not always been great. I have still yet to actually replace the salary from my best job. I mean, I have revenue from the shop and I have revenue from the car lot, and we're doing okay and we have freedom, but there's work to be done. We still need to improve. And then the third person I got to thank, and I know she's not going to watch the video, is my accountant. I talked to 3 accountants when we were ready to start a new accountant up. My other one had fired me. He said it wasn't firing me, but it was firing me, and I get it. I was a shitty payer, and I was behind on everything, and I wouldn't do anything he said. So I talked to 3 different accountants, and this one young lady, I guess she told me what I wanted to hear, or I liked what her approach was, or whatever, but she got all our back stuff filed. She got us on the straight and narrow with the comptroller and Secretary of State, and got us a payment plan with the IRS, because you know what, Tom didn't pay taxes. So everything is handled now. We communicate probably weekly, and we have quarterly meetings, which I bring my wife, and that's mostly just to validate for my wife, who really doesn't give a shit about the business. She wants to know if we're making money. But what she does really want to know is everything paid? Is there anybody that's going to come put a chain on the business or a chain on our shop or our house? So we meet with our accountant once a quarter, and she lays out what's got to be paid, what is paid, if there's anything to worry about, and where we're at. And so that has reduced my stress level, reduced my wife's stress level. It's a great working relationship, and I'm really ecstatic. So I've rambled now for 12 minutes and 24 seconds uncut. This is where my shop is now. I'm totally grateful, totally happy, ready for 2027. And we're gonna set a goal for 400,000 in revenue this next year, and I'll keep you posted. Guys, thanks for sticking with me. Been a while since I made one. We'll talk to you soon.